Our next act is a poet act, okay? We're gonna have two poets simultaneously reading some poems together, and they are Nicholas Karavatos and Lelania Sperrazza. Now, Nicholas is an assistant professor in the Department of English at the American University of Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates. He holds a degree from Humboldt State University and New College of California. And he's an author of the book called Asylum, Amendment 9, 2009. Now, Lelania Sperrazza is an instructor in the Department of Writing Studies at the American University of Sharjah as well. And she holds a degree from the University of California at Berkeley and City College of New York. So they both live in the neighborhood of the Mission District of San Francisco during the years of 1990. So let's give them a warm hand and give a nice respect to the two poets, Nicholas and Lelania.
Yeah, so what he started to say, you know, we both lived in the same neighborhood in the 1990s in the Mission District in San Francisco, and we both drank at the same bar that was next to my apartment. It was called The Attic, and we never crossed paths until the next century in the Persian Gulf. Oh, wow. But, you know, walking around out there, you know, that amazingly, the everything thing going on there reminds us a lot of the Mission District in San Francisco. It's just like the shops on Valencia Street. Very cool. All right. So we're going to read this poem. Now, what's interesting about the poem is how it was written. The poem itself isn't very interesting. And why would I say that? I say that because, am I talking too much? That's okay. Still, you know, I think most poets still write poetry like it's the early 19th century. And I don't mean the vocabulary or the end rhyme. I mean the attitude. It's still early 19th century English Romanticism. It's as if the 20th century had never happened for most poets. And why is that? It's all, I think, how we generate our text. And how do we generate our text? This entire poem, there's 18 tiny sections, and they were all molded from like text messages, Facebook conversations, Skype conversations, and all these different things. And really, when we went looking through it, I think most of the language in this particular poem is Lelania's, but I did most of the editing. So it's, you know, that's how the collaboration was in there. So the moral of that story is, if you want to write a poem, don't wait until you feel something. Feelings are overrated. They really are. They really are. You can generate text from anywhere, and I just gave you a clue. I mean, for example, all right, let's start. Take all the text messages you get this weekend, write them all down, and use that to make a poem out of it. Right? It'll all be there. So this poem is called Nothing, Lipstick, a Little Blood. And what it came from is that Lelania posted this image on my Facebook wall, and it was the back cover of the Sonic Youth album Goo. You are all familiar with the Sonic Youth album Goo. Thank goodness. And this is the caption of that picture, right? So it's just like, oh, this seemed like a great poem. All right. So we're going to read these different parts and stuff, and since there's 18 little sections, I'm just going to go, you know, like 1 and 2. So, nothing. Lipstick, a little blood. 1.
Looking sad and scared, I am holding a bomb and I'm pleading with my not to explode in my please, please. I'm seriously on the verge.
Of?
Oh, can't that be a tiny poem? I love it. Nick, I get it now. It's my textual revolution.
2, 3.
Do you have any cigarettes? No. Yes, a couple? No, you do not. You do not. You do not. Seriously. You're so awesome. My lungs are aching. 4, the perfect amount for a worn-out lung. 2 for each. I like this democracy.
4.
Listen, I'm a recluse, a single woman trying to think, so we can have text together, but nothing else. Ever again.
5. Listen to this poem I wrote for you. Tearing off.
No, you listen to mine. I get in trouble every time I drink with you. That is my poem.
6.
Let's fucking do it.
It's about time.
Dangling participles are the young men of today. Yes, let me modify that bottom. I mean, let me modify that thought.
If you got a modifier, I've got this dangling.
The period is a no-brainer, but full stops remind me of orgasms. You know how I feel about parentheticals. Stop.
Full stop on that stressing out, because you ain't knocked up yet. Fiction's different. You've got to tuck it in. 7. Where are we at with your awakening? The long yawn, the groggy lookabout?
Almost longing. Imagine my mouth as a big, wide lawn.
I do, and so we have text together upon.
And that's all we will have from now on.
Again. 8. She says she didn't mean to video call me. I suggest it must have been a Freudian clip. 9.
What's on my mind? Watermelon. So there. Stop asking. Okay, you're right. I was using watermelon as code for wine. My watermelon is in my glass right now, and it tastes really, really good. There is an ancient Sicilian tradition, so secret I don't even think it can exist on Facebook, about pork sausage and wine. In the dark of night, when the feet of men are tired, the women gather their toes and plunge them into pork. Every now and again, a grape will fall in, and there you have it, pork wine.
10. Kryptonite lettuce. 11.
Oh, Facebook was just on. I forgot. I was staring at my bunny. He likes grapes, and I was feeding him.
Really? Who is the owner? Who is the pet? 12. The lost stanza.
Blah, 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 smoking cigarettes.
I want to put sappy platypuses on my Facebook wall. 13.
I love the way you purse your lips before criticizing me. It's sexy.
Hallmark wouldn't say that.
I love the way you sigh after a long day at work. I know you're stressed. I know you feel overwhelmed. But that little sigh reminds me of how much I like you.
Hallmark would never say that. Hallmark would say something like this.
I can't live without you. You make my life complete.
Well, what comes after that? Where's the sequel card? 14.
Take a big guess as to why I'm texting you at midnight, almost midnight, and I sound like this. When I drink, I feel like I have 2 persons in my body, 2 emotions, 2 strengths, 2 weaknesses, 2 of everything. You can come here. Come over here now. Very shadowy. Bring wine.
15. 3 things she doesn't care about. Typhoons, marmalade, socks made for small dogs. 2 things. She cries and she dances. But does it have to be White Wedding again?
Put on some good music and I'll stay.
She shouts from kitchen, doing dishes at 2 a.m. 1 thing is for sure.
Hello? Yes? Want to hang out soon? How are you feeling? Tired from the week? Want to be tired together? I'm still sweaty. It's lame in my apartment. Otherwise, I'd invite you. Want to meet me later today and visit? What's a good time? Well, think about it. We'll talk a little before 4. I don't know. I get all my stress in my boobs now. Could be worse places. Okay, enough dirty talk. I have to go. Erase that memory. Leave it alone. Bye.
Walking out the door 1,000 times before. Goddess of deception.
I love it.
Princess of vacillation.
I love it more.
16. I napped on the couch this afternoon and I dreamed I was napping on my couch. My other couch was at a right angle to my couch, like an L. You were napping on it. Both our heads at the same end. We both woke at the same time. You looked over and smiled at me. I reached over with my left hand and stroked your head with my right. Your fingers, my fingers through your hair. You took my hand and laid your head there down in the palm as a pillow and went back to sleep.
No, that is a bad dream. I told you. I've decided to pursue my other relationship.
17.
So, I know we haven't talked in a while, but do you want to hang out?
18. According to Sperrazza, 2012,
I made a big mistake.
as cited in Karavatos 2012, page 5. Trina, Helena, and Amanda like this. Richard says, APA is for losers. Chicago all the way.
Okay, thank you.